Is Dante going to be the latest character to sacrifice himself to save Sonny on General Hospital? October 7 to 11. This week wasn't a great one for Sonny or Lucky on General Hospital. Lucky got the news he couldn't help his sister, and Sonny faced going to prison to save Alexis from going down for the murder he committed. But the biggest question is, will Dante betray his badge to save his father? The downfall of Sonny Corinthos, ironically. Kate's return to Port Charles on a mission to take Sonny down once and for all, and it looks like he may have succeeded. It just took being murdered by Sonny to get what he wanted. Hopefully, he's happy in the afterlife. As Sonny planned to confess to save Alexis, miraculously, a gun matching the same one Alexis was seen disposing of appeared in a brown box outside the PCPD. Naturally, Sonny and Jason were discussing the day before that. To save Alexis, this missing gun would have to turn up. So falsified evidence. On Friday's episode, Anna revealed that the serial numbers matched Sonny's missing gun, which could exonerate Alexis. Clearly, someone tampered with those numbers outside of the shocker that Sonny was planning to confess. What? Take responsibility for one of his many crimes. Diane also asked Jason to betray Sonny and convince him to turn himself in. Diane actively working against Sonny. Who would have thought we'd see the day? Of course, Sonny had already been planning on confessing, but their conversation led to one of the best moments for Jason in a long time. Stone Cold lamented that he should have killed Cates when he had the chance, and what happens to him doesn't matter as much as what happens to Sonny and Carly. Diane set him straight, telling him his sons wouldn't like hearing their father say that, and that his life is worth as much as Aniona's. Yes, Diane, you tell him. Jason's putting Carly and Sonny above himself. Sam and his own children has been tiresome, and frankly, disgusting more. Laura Wright shares photos of her wonderful life. The biggest shock, though, may have been on Friday's episode, when Dante was considering betraying his badge, his duty as a cop and his integrity to warn Sonny not to confess, because the PCPD had evidence that could exonerate Alexis that they were keeping secret in hopes that he'd come forward. Bravo. So add Dante to the list of people who are helping Sonny get away with murder once again. I never thought we'd see this day. Hopefully, Dante won't go through with it. We have to wait until Monday to find out. Puzzling question, though. If Sonny and Jason had arranged for the gun to appear at the PCPD, why would Sonny have to confess? Did the falsified gun come from someone else? If so, who? Or is Sonny letting everyone believe he is going to confess a trick of some sort? Lows are lucky, while Lucky's story has slightly improved since he returned to Port Charles. His behavior has been pretty abysmal. From trashing Bobby's diner to begging Jason for help returning to Africa, he sure hasn't shown signs of growing or learning much. At least not yet. Last week, I guessed Lucky wouldn't be able to donate part of his liver to Lulu in order to bring Valentin and Charlotte back. With Olivia turning to Nina to spread the word about Lulu, the news is bound to reach Valentine, right? Charlotte's the last blood relative that could help Lulu, given that they mentioned Ethan was also not a match. We finally got to see Aiden and Lucky's reunion, and I'm glad they haven't rewritten Aiden's story. His coming out to his dad and Lucky's response in accepting his son was perfect and tugged at my heartstrings. This made Lucky's wanting to run away again that much more infuriating, however. After reuniting with Laura, he won't be running away again. Laura all but guilted him into being by her side should they have to say goodbye to Lulu. Their reunion was also fantastic, and I liked that she noted she always knew he'd have to leave Port Charles to thrive, but when he was needed the most, he'd return. The flashbacks of Lucky have also been a lot of fun to see. Other storyline ponderings, so for now, Jason and Anna's kiss is staying in Africa. Where do they think they kissed? Vegas? So is a New Year's kiss in the cards for them this week. The news broke that Steven Weber is returning. We knew this was coming when Liz mentioned he was finally out of prison. However, I'm surprised Scott Reeves is reprising the role, given that he and his wife, Melissa, live in Nashville, and he's been focused more on his music these past few years. That is why it's only a short-term appearance. Poor little Violet got suspended for punching the problematic bully at school. Congratulations, Violet. You faced consequences for your actions, something most of the grown-ups in Port Charles never do. Tracy's talk with Violet about how to tell off bullies in French, no less, was a lot of fun. Jane Elliott has worked magic on screen with many of the younger actors lately. More, Ryan Seacrest's Wheel of Fortune blunder. Lucas and his Aunt Ava finally reunited, and while they got off to a rocky start, they seem to agree to try not to be as distant as they have been since Julian's death and Lucas leaving Port Charles. I'm glad they are finally giving Ava some more family in town. I'm also really growing fond of Van Hanse's portrayal of Lucas. Can we all do a happy dance that Brad has busted Portia's changing of Heather's test results before she could try and pin it on him? Oh, how I'm looking forward to their upcoming conversation. No more lectures from Portia to Brad about integrity, morals, and honesty more. Meet Chad Duell's Lady Love. Finally, we've had 2 weeks free of Drew, but he's back next week, so we should finally see Ned confront him over that kiss with Willow. Hey Drew, Ned's probably got a proposal for you about who the CEO of ELQ should be. That's it for my thoughts, opinions, and predictions this week. Join in and share yours in the comments below.